Hi everyone. The question has been raised: where do we now sit with regard to Aukus? Firstly, we have the United States president who doesn't even know what AUKUS is, and when the issue around defence was discussed, it was decided that by Hegseth that we needed to raise our defence by an extra percent or so that we looked like we were spending more money on defence, regardless of where that money was being spent, which is a point Albanese has been making. So at the moment, though, the Pentagon are launching an inquiry, if you like, or a review is probably the better word to put to this issue in relation to AUKUS and whether this is going to benefit the United States or not, because primarily the United States wants to be able to hold on to as many nuclear submarines as they can, because at the moment they simply cannot produce enough, or any at all for that matter. There's been some hold up for quite some time about the production of nuclear submarines in the United States. So, one wonders, did Morrison make a good decision in stabbing Macron in the back in relation to the French submarines? Probably. Was it a lousy move? Oh yeah, probably. If we do have to go down this track, if we do have to improve our defence in the Pacific, and submarines is the answer, and who knows whether that's actually the case. I guess if you're a defence hawk, you'll say that it is, but maybe not. Time will tell whether producing submarines are not going to arrive for another 10 years is going to make any difference at all, is a completely different issue. However, in The Guardian, there was this report on all of this today, so I'm just going to bring that to you as a community service. So Pentagon launches review of US, UK, Australian AUKUS security alliance. So the future of the $240 billion defence pact is in doubt as Trump isn't doing this because Trump's too stupid. He doesn't even know what AUKUS is. And whether it fits this America First agenda, which I'm buggered if I know what that specifically means to the rest of the world, apart from the rest of the world can go get stuffed as long as America thinks it's looking after itself. It's not necessarily interested in geopolitical events, and it's certainly not all that interested, I don't think, in the Pacific, unless Taiwan gets bombed or gets taken over by China, which some experts are saying is probable. But I personally, because I'm an expert in this area, think that it won't. The Pentagon has launched a review of the AUKUS Defence Pact to make sure it is aligned with Trump's America First agenda, throwing the $240 billion agreement with Britain and Australia into doubt. Well, what can one expect from this magnificent country run by a moron? The review may trigger more Allied anxiety over the future of the trilateral alliance designed to counter China's military rise. Australia in particular is relying on AUKUS to renew its entire submarine fleet. Right, so that's all said and done. We know all of that. And here's the clown himself when he was asked about AUKUS, and he didn't have any idea whatsoever. It is understandable that the new administration will want to review its approach to such a major partnership, just as the UK did last year. The UK will continue to work closely with the US and Australia at all levels to maximise the benefits and opportunities which AUKUS presents for our three nations. So this is, I think, the government's response, the UK government's response to this. Nuclear submarines powers are members of an exclusive club. These are the members of this club, and Australia will become part of that, which just makes us, I think, more and more vulnerable. Who knows? And why generally favoured by US lawmakers focused on national security, and as Australia tries to step up its security spending in line with Trump's wishes, why in the hell should we do what the United States want us to do? I find that offensive, frankly. So maybe we need to make a stand, and why Albo's in Canada and has a chance to have a chat to Trump. Perhaps you could tell Trump to get effed. That would be a good thing to do, I think. But The US president himself does not seem to have this as a major priority. He doesn't ask about it. Trump appeared unfamiliar with the acronym, responding, "What does this mean?" Australia has already paid, this is the thing, we've already paid so much money. Australia's already paid $800 million this year to boost American submarine production with a further $2 billion. So we're helping them with their own production. Crazy shit. The country committed to spending $368 billion over 3 decades on the program. The UK government announced $7.69 billion investment as well, and Aukus represents the most substantial military cooperation between 3 nations in generations, extending beyond submarines to include hypersonic missiles and advanced weapon technology. Okay, that's all very nice. But I guess the question here is it likely the United States will say, no, we're no longer interested in how much money you've got and whether you want to throw it our way, because we need to build submarines for ourselves. We shouldn't be offering them off to you. Maybe they could lease us the submarines, maybe. I don't know. But nevertheless, it's a mess. And my guess is that they will say, no, you go away. And I think Australia should actually push this issue and say, well, we don't care. We don't care. You want to treat us like crap. You're not going to be our friend. You're not going to play in the playground with us anymore. You're just going to bully us. Then we're going to tell you to get effed. So let's wait and see. And, more importantly, can you subscribe to my channel, ring the bell for further notifications. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps me. So please do that. In the meantime, take care, look after yourselves, and more importantly, be safe.